Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 140. In today's episode, we are going to be completing our weekend league. Not too much of that left now. Clearing out the club a little bit more, which will leave us with a certain amount of coins at the end of the episode, and we'll have a little bit of a chat and discussion, and hopefully that will lead to some more comments and stuff on this episode about where we can go in the future. So if you do enjoy, do me a huge favour and hit that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Let's try and get to 2,500 likes today. I know you guys can do it. And of course, sub to the channel if you're new. And click the notification bell, become part of the notification squad. So where we start today's episode is at 11 and 4, I'm pretty sure. And we come up against Messi, Suarez, Neymar. It's an alright squad, but they are just regular versions of Messi and Neymar. And there was like regular players in there that weren't that amazing. So I was hoping that I could come away victorious in this game. And you'll see some like extended highlights. There are lots of chances for both teams. He gets through there with Suarez, but what a save that is from Alisson. You'll also notice that this weekend league, I've kind of stuck with Alisson a little bit more than Van der Sar. I don't really know the reason why, but I sort of have. So that's where we're at the moment. I think maybe I prefer Alisson a little bit more, but I'm guessing there's going to be a time where I completely switch that statement and say that I prefer Van der Sar over him. But hey, at least we got the option for both. And with icon swaps, we shall get new challenges, shan't we, on Friday, right? So either there'll be another 6 tokens available, or hopefully like another 12, so that the rest of the entire season can be done, or the rest of the icon swaps could be done. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And I'm still torn between Coman, Seedorf, Blanc. Like there's a few, but I watched Kazooie stream the other night, and he was using that Coman in midfield, and it made me really want to get him. So at the moment, at the top of the list is probably Ronald Koeman. So we'll see what we do, but that's probably a week away or something. But we do finally go 1-0 up. Mane getting into the box and taking that shot and scoring. And that took a long time. You know, we were mid-second half by the time that was happening. And then, as you can see here, 69, 70 minutes on the clock, something like that. We are able to get ourselves a penalty. I step up with David Luiz. Do my elongated left, and make him think that I'm trying to get it in the top corner. Go straight down the middle, get myself a goal. It hasn't failed me yet, I don't think, and that's probably because I haven't got a penalty against one of you guys yet. As soon as you guys come up against me and give a penalty to me, you know you're going to save it. But anyway, so that was 2-0. That really opened this game up, obviously, because my opponent seriously has to push. I remember this game, actually. Super boring first half. Both teams were kind of static. This guy didn't want to like push for it. I genuinely think that he would have gone all the way to 0-0 after 120 minutes if he could have done. So I went ultra attacking, 10 depth, constant pressure, and it got me that one goal. And from that, I could drop back to my normal balanced, and still he had to push me. So it got me the second goal, got me the third goal. So sometimes being proactive and actually making that decision quite early on in the second half can make the game just open up for you when in some of these closed off matches. This game right here is another situation a little bit like what I had against the top 100 guy the other day, where I realized that this was going to be a tough match, probably wasn't going to win, and I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll just quit, it doesn't matter. So that's our 5th loss of the weekend, but at this point my head's fine. I'm not stressed. I haven't gone 90 minutes with that guy and ended up losing 4-1 or something, which would have completely and utterly turned my mood. We're in a good place. So, next opponent. He's got Aouar just like we have. I recommend you getting Aouar. There's only a couple of days left, or a few days left of this season, so make the most of it. Unlock the player if you can get to level 20. I've seen nothing but great things even on Twitter and stuff. Like, everyone is getting Aouar, and I think that's the right decision, so please make it. But hey, if you did get Felipe Anderson, let me know how he is as well, of course. but my opponent equalises with Salah. Like, we did go 1-0 up. I completely done him with. Somehow Mane had the strength to outdo like Rio Ferdinand and Varane, so it worked out for me, but he did equalise. We then hit the inside of the post. Balassi, look at this. That is some Balassi luck right there. He is one of those big guys with a little bit of added strength and long legs, and he does get that little bit of extra slice of luck sometimes, and it proved when we got that goal right there. And then there is a perfect reason as to why you should unlock Aouar, because he does mosey on forward, a little bit like Totti Frenkie de Jong did. He's obviously not scoring as many as Frenkie did, but he's really getting in the positions to do some damage. So it's caused me to be 2 goals up here in the second half. Things are looking good. Of course, my opponent's got to attack me again at that point so we can get through, see this game off, finish this game off. 4-1, 74 minutes on the clock. What do you expect my opponent's going to do? He is going to get out of there, and I don't blame him. But it was probably a closer match than 4-1 should have been. But in the end, I felt like I was holding possession well, clinical with my shots. So that's our 13th win. So we're 13-5. And then I match up against this, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a tough one. Really, really nice squad. Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. It's not going to be a fun one. Even that Lala that I ended up not doing, but I really wanted to do, and I feel like I might regret not doing him. He had him as well. But look, he didn't play off of kickoff. And then I got a goal and went 1-0 up. He paused and quit. And I was very shocked at that. And it turns out that it was a viewer. Obviously, I couldn't know that at the time, but I messaged afterwards and just said, thanks, GG. Yeah, it turns out he was a viewer, so much appreciated. He only had 1 left to get to where he wanted to go, and he had plenty of games left, apparently. So, essentially gifted me a free win, which I'm not going to lie, I was very, very appreciative of, because you all know how the latter stages of your weekend league can be. It can be very stressful. It can be difficult. You end up losing like 4 or 5 on the trot, on the bounce. And yeah, so just cheers. Thanks. That doesn't happen to me often. There's been some weekends where I've obviously gone into games after I've got where I wanted to be and just gifted some wins to people and stuff. So it is nice to see that sort of thing come around every now and again, and that there are nice people out there, and it's not just a horrible, toxic area to be in Champions. So yeah, much appreciated. So these are the stats for my players in the weekend league. It's difficult to really get a grasp on them because obviously we've done so many like objective things in rivals and squad battles where players have either got loads of goals because it's squad battles like Mane, but obviously he scored a lot for us as well in the weekend league and was a very, very good player. The one thing I would say that after playing up to gold 3 in the weekend league with Mane is that I don't think he's like over a couple of mils worth of value. Like, maybe it was a honeymoon period right at the start where I was like, this is going to change everything. But a few games into the weekend league, obviously he does a fantastic job. But like someone like Messi genuinely does tear this game up. And he didn't have that like wow factor that Leo Messi has with his crazy left foot. Mane is just very quick, very good dribbling. He's like a good player that has been like put on some really high stats, but that doesn't necessarily always change a player into a complete monster. So you can tell where this is going, and it's in the thumbnail, so you guys know that we are going to be offloading him. It started by me offloading Agero. You know, my weekend league was finished here. I wanted to try and make the most of it. So originally I wasn't about to sell Mane. I was going to keep him in the club a little bit longer, see if we can continue to enjoy him, or maybe get a little bit more enjoyment out of him than I had over the last like day or so. And maybe a part of doing that would be to get another cool striker next to him. And we finally just about had the money to buy a record breaker Sergio Agero. And I sort of like, I didn't know whether or not to get him. I didn't know what to do. And I turned down the opportunity to buy him then. And his price rises from up to like 530k, drops to like 500k. So like, I didn't want to just buy it outright. So I didn't at that point. So as you can see, I've still got my coins in the club. I've still got 516,000 coins in the club. Completed a daily headliner SBC in order to try and pack a headliner. No such luck in this pack, though. It's going to be a little board player, but it isn't going to be a headliner, of course. It's just going to be French striker from West Ham. We've had him quite a few times lately, of course. It is an absolute hell of a player, and I think I make that little joke every single time, so... oh, sorry. I'll see myself out. But anyway, yes, we get him. We get a blue Marcus Alonso. Like right there is like 6k or 5k or something. So it's probably somewhat profitable to do that headliner SBC. And there was some other stuff in the club. I'd cleared the club out again, like completely, because that was going to give me enough money to buy Agero. And then I decided to not get Agero. So the club's empty, apart from a few untradables and stuff, and then our normal players. But it has got 537,000 coins and 3 packs. You know, we got squad battles rewards. Gold 1 in the end, which I was surprised about. I thought I normally finish gold 2 doing roughly the same amount of stuff. But I did do like 2 sections of icon swaps, I'm pretty sure, in this week of squad battles. So that's probably how I got a little bit higher up in the leaderboard and finished gold 1. So that's nice. It was just an added extra pack, an extra 15k pack or something, which, as you can see, we didn't really get anything from, but it is what it is. Next pack, the Premium Mixed Players Pack, or Prime Mixed Players Pack, whatever it was. Again, not even leading us to a board. Unfortunately, it's just an El Hero Elia. 77 overall. You kind of don't hope for that, really. But there's a couple of like rare bronzes and rare silvers in there that probably sell for like 500 or 600 coins. And then the Premium Gold Players Pack, the best of the bunch. Even that one was unsuccessful. No boards. So that right there is probably my final chance. That was probably my final stand at trying to pack a headliner on FIFA 20. We've been unsuccessful. So yeah, this is a promo which hasn't really paid off for me in terms of actually being able to pack someone that we could either sell or use. But hey, we have got Tammy Abraham and did we do anyone else? Is there? Oh, we'll try and get Orsic in like the next couple of days. So there are some orange players in my club. But yeah, unfortunately for us, no first owner actual packed ones were pulled this week. Even though I'm on the red list, right? It's just a shame. But anyway, so I woke up the next morning. This was a late night decision. I was in bed on the web app and I listed Mane. And he actually sold for the lower part of what I would... I listed him high. So like 2.1 was like a going rate and 2.175. That was just in case it got to like 5 a.m. There were hardly any on the market and someone wanted to buy one. But yeah, he sold for 2.1 million coins. So as you can see, we are at 2.546 million. We have got 2.5 mil to spend on the RTG. So this is kind of like what the bare bones of the squad looks like at the moment. I just put Acuna and Balassi in there for now. But what I wanted to sort of maybe go for over the last couple of minutes of this episode was just like a little chat about some of the players that we could potentially be bringing in the future. And I wanted to gauge as to which players you like the idea of the most. So first on my little list of players would be a baby Pele. That would pretty much take up all of the coins at around 2.5 million. But he does look very good and of course has 5-star skill moves, icon factor. It's Pele. What do you think of him? So that was someone that's sort of like on my list. Next, someone that's probably a little bit out of the price range, but you never know when we're going to trade a little bit or end up packing someone in the next week that could mean that we could get him. Team of the Year, Kevin De Bruyne. But would you be able to play that up front? I kind of need 2 strikers right now. Next up, of course, record breaker Sergio Agero. He is someone that I have been on the edge of buying a few times and only just about really got the coins to do so. So record breaker Agüero is up there as another potential option. Or how about this? Either baby or middle Johan Cruyff. He's a 5-star player. He's probably like a Neymar, but icon factor wise, you know, so he's got a little bit extra maybe. He's a 2.5 mil as well, or 2 mil to 2.5 mil, depending on which one you get. Or of course, there's a middle Ronaldinho. We could go down the route of Ronaldinho. R10 on the road to glory. That would be brilliant. And there's one player I've forgotten. I haven't put any versions of Zidane in this little list. So remember Zidane as well if you want to comment on who we could possibly get. But yeah, middle Ronaldinho would be like iconic, wouldn't it? It'd be great to use him. Or for the first time this year on the road to glory, we could go down the route of maybe picking up like a Cristiano Ronaldo. This particular version is like the inform one. We could link him out there, or we could get a striker version, which would, of course, get like a soft link to Bernardo Silva. Maybe the Team of the Year nominee has basically got like +1 stats, so he's kind of like a first inform Ronaldo. And that's like 1.2 mil, maybe? Or we could get this. We could go for an Mbappe, but like a special version. We've never had a special Mbappe before. So either the left wing inform, that's like 800, 900k, or maybe even the team of the group stage, that awesome card design, 1.7, 1.8 million's worth, leaving us with some extra coins to then get a second striker on the side. Who knows what we could go for, but that is another option, and is one that I'm potentially quite interested in, just because he would get a strong link to Aouar and get him on full chemistry in the squad. Neymar, he's got a central card, hasn't he? He's got an inform, someone that could get a soft link to like Paulinho and keep Paulinho in the squad, or of course bring in like a road to glory favourite back in, but a special version of him. So there's Neymar. We've probably got the coins to get this one, and I don't know how you guys would feel about this, but obviously we own a Ferland Mendy Footmas card, who's like the best left back in the game for me. We could go down the route of doing the Eden Hazard SBC. 1.6 million coins worth of SBC though. Is that wise? Probably not, but he does look like an insane card. And then the last player I've got on my list for now would be another SBC to complete, of like player of the month Ben Yedder. 600, 650k's worth of SBC. We could probably shave like 50 to 100 off of that with some of the fodder we've got in the club. What do you think? He looks very good. Apparently, he's like a little Eusebio on this game. He's crazy. He's absolutely cracked. Like, he's great. And of course, that again would be like a strong link to Aouar, cementing him a spot in the team for the long run. So those are some of the players that I've got in my mind. Some of the like top tier players that are under that 2.5 mil bracket of players that we could potentially get here on the road to glory. Some of them we might be able to get one or two. Some of them just getting one, because that would take up the entire coin budget. But let me know what you think. I will obviously make a decision at some point, but it'd be cool to see like you guys giving me some feedback as to maybe which players you'd love to see. Because, we like to try a different player out every weekend, every couple of weekends. Mane, unfortunately, has only lasted one weekend, but that's fine. I'm definitely down to sell him on, get those coins, and then replant it into some other players that we can enjoy with, So I'm really interested to know what types of players, maybe from experience, what guys you've used on this game and are just like certified great players on this game. Or, of course, what people are saying that people are like suggesting, I think it's going to happen every week until it happens, but people are saying like, oh yeah, future stars will be next week. Well, they weren't last week. It was headliners instead. So I don't know if we'd get it next week or what, but or maybe there's leaks or something. I don't know. But I guess every week until it happens, people are going to say like future stars or a new promo is coming. So maybe we could even hold on to our coins until we know, or until we see what the next promo is and know what players are coming when they get released. Maybe there'll be someone in there that we could build a team on. Who's killing it at the moment? Like Haaland. Maybe he would get like a future stars card, because that seems like the perfect fit, right? Imagine like a future stars Haaland, like 91, 92 rated or something. He'd probably be a beast, considering how good his 86 version looks. So yeah, there's plenty of options for us to do. I just maybe need to just hold fire with my coins for now and wait until the right moment to pick the correct player/players. But yeah, that's how I wanted to end today's episode with. Basically, guys, we've got 2.5 mil to spend. What do you think we should spend it on? I do hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you have, hit me with a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. Tomorrow we will start working on the Orsic challenge. I want to obviously get that completed, because he looks like a good player. Maybe he could even make the starting 11 if we played him around icons or something. That could potentially work. I'm hearing good things about him. Who knows? But yeah, guys, hit me with a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Why don't you come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram? The links are down below. And most importantly, after all is said and done, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.